So babe, what's for dinner tonight? Take it away.
So here's the deal. I've been seeing a lot of people online doing things to pass the time, whether it's starting new projects or learning how to do activities, puzzles, putting things together. If you're like me, then you probably can't do things that are super, super complicated. I was watching a video before of someone who cooked brisket and it took them 14 hours. Listen, I'd love to learn how to smoke brisket for 14 hours, but I'm just not that good of a cook. However, I can cook basics.
Hang on, you are a good cook. I'm interrupting.
So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to start posting videos where basically I'm cooking for idiots like my fiance Sydney and myself. We're going to do really easy stuff that pretty much everybody can relate to. If you're a food snob, get the fuck out. Probably going to be embarrassing, it's going to be funny, but it's something fun that we all could do together. So the reason why I want to start making these videos is because as much as I would like to build a tree house or build a freaking ark like Noah, I just can't. I like to freaking keep things simple. I do what I'm good at. And if you're going to try to cook a freaking 13-step meal, I'm out. But because we're quarantined, I feel like getting back to the basics and cooking like I'm a freaking 5-year-old is relatable. The whole thing that people need to understand is that this is not supposed to be a freaking serious cooking show where I'm showing off my skills as a cooker. I don't know how to freaking cook like I'm Mario Batali. Is that someone?
Yes, that is somebody.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I actually don't know how to cook. So the idiots he's referring to are essentially me. He makes me want to know how to cook, and he makes me excited to eat because when I watch him, he looks like he knows what he's doing to me, and he takes ideas that are really simple but makes them delicious.
All right, hopefully we're gonna have some fun, try some new things.
What is episode 1?
I'm going to be starting with just an absolute classic. If you know me, it's a cornerstone of who I am, buffalo wings, which is what we will be doing right now. All right, so I told you that this was gonna be really, really simple, and it is. This is literally all you need. Go to your local grocery store. You wanna get fresh wings. You don't wanna get wings that have already been frozen. These are from a couple days ago, so we put them in the freezer, but that's okay because they were fresh when we bought them. You don't wanna get frozen wings that are like 50 in a bag and that they're really small. If you actually look at these wings closely, they're really thick and big. That's what she said. So these wings, they're actually thick and big. That's what she said. So again, here's all the ingredients you need. You need your chicken, Frank's Red Hot, butter, garlic powder. That's it. If you don't like spicy wings like my fiance, you can use teriyaki sauce, barbecue sauce, pretty much anything that you want. We're gonna be doing it in an air fryer. So this is controversial, and I actually was not a believer at first, but this is an air fryer, which is controversial because as someone who's eaten wings has always deep fried them, and I didn't believe that air fryers could replicate the same taste, but they can. So we're gonna be using this air fryer, and it's really, really easy. Literally all you do, step 1, get some vegetable oil. You're putting a little bit in the bottom. Don't put too much oil because that's really all you need. The fryer's gonna do the rest. You wanna load this up. Try to get them not to stack on one another, but unfortunately, because there's 5 of us, my mom, Sid, myself, my sister, and my boyfriend Matt, I gotta make for everybody. I'm gonna just load this completely in there. Wings are a little bit more frozen than I would have liked.
For those idiots like myself, can you just give us a piece of advice of what not to do, which is exactly what you just did?
When defrosting, you should put something that's frozen in the fridge 24 hours before you cook it.
And then you should do not smash it on the counter, correct?
Yes.
Right.
There we go.
Splattered salmonella across the kitchen, no big deal.
All right, that's enough wings. So I probably put about 15 wings in there. What you want to do, get it up to 390, and we're gonna do 40 minutes.
What button do you press for the amount of temperature, and what button do you press for the time?
It's idiot proof.
Okay.
We're going to check on them in about 25 minutes because we're probably gonna have to turn them. So I'm gonna wash my hands and then we're gonna make the sauce.
All right, sauce time.
So a lot of the time people like to overthink their sauce, and because we're cooking for idiots, we're just gonna keep it simple. Literally all you need is 1 stick of butter, Frank's Red Hot, and a little bit of garlic powder. We're gonna whisk them all together in a pot. Now, in terms of how much butter you're using, It really depends on the spice level you want for your wings. You always got to have a little bit of butter in there, but if you want it to be, relatively spicy, you use like a quarter of a stick. Unfortunately, we have a bunch of babies in this family who don't like spicy food, so I'm gonna have to make these a little more on the mild side, but they're still gonna be delicious, so I'm gonna use a full stick of butter. Now, what you wanna make sure you do is that you always need to melt the butter first. Let the butter melt for about 1 or 2 minutes, and then you're gonna add your last 2 ingredients. Again, this is really freaking simple stuff. So next we're gonna add the Franks and the garlic powder. Now, my preference is to load up on Franks if you're using anything other than Franks and you're not making real buffalo wings. So we're using Franks, which is the only acceptable sauce that you could use to make wings buffalo style. I'm gonna use a shitload. Here we go. Probably gonna need even more than that. Don't want too much. Give it a nice little pinch. We're gonna whisk everything together. See the sauce turn increasingly red. All right, so I think that this might need a little bit more Franks, but let's try it out so far. Oh, it's actually perfect. Perfect spice level. It's not too spicy, so everyone in this house isn't gonna complain. And we'll get to douse these suckers in this. So literally all that's left is we're going to check these in about 15 minutes. We'll flip them, and then we're gonna put everything into the sauce. 390 for another 20 minutes. The worst thing that you can do is take your wings out before they're crispy. It's literally the worst thing you can do. Do not take the wings out until they're crispy. Even if you think that they're crispy, you should probably leave them in for a couple more minutes because you really want that crunch biting into it.
Now, what about the idiots that don't have an air fryer? How do they make their wings crispy?
You just heat oil up to 390 in a pot. It's been about 20 minutes in the air fryer, so we're gonna check them and likely flip them over. Yeah, still got a ways to go. At least another 25, 30 minutes. This one sucker right here, yeah. All right, so now we're gonna do, so we just did another 10 minutes. Let's do one more check. These are done. Tell they have that extra crisp to them. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna immediately transfer these into, I don't even know what you call this thing, just a container that's draped in paper towels because you want to get all the oil off. Oh, that's gonna be tricky. You hear that crunch?
The sizzle's amazing. These look delicious. So are those the spicy ones?
All right, so we're just drying these off. Idiot-proof, amazing buffalo wings. Sarah, aren't my wings good?
Yeah, they are.
Douse the wings in your hot sauce. I like to put them in a container and shake them. You can do them in a bowl. You don't have to get all fancy with this. This is the idiot's guide. So then from there, close it up. Make sure that it's closed. I've gotten hot sauce all over my kitchen a million times while doing this. And then you shake this baby.
Get it away. A little more shaking, please.
Come check out the finished product.
Look at that steam. It's awesome.
All right, if you have any thoughts or recommendations on things that you want to see me cook, leave them in the comment section below.